Welcome to the 515 Real to Real podcast, where we discuss film, television, and all things industry related. I'm your man, Bruce L. Nix Jr.
And I'm your man, JT.
Thank you guys for joining us today, man. We're always glad to have you guys come in and join on our conversations. JT, what's been going on, man?
Man, a lot has been going on lately, man.
It has been a lot going on.
Been going on, man.
Going on.
I have a new name now. Yeah.
Okay. You want to share what that new name is?
Yeah. My name's Pop Pop now.
Pop,
man. I just had I didn't just have it, but my son and his wife has blessed us with our first grandchild. His name is Jaleel. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
It's beautiful, man.
Yeah, man.
It's beautiful, man.
From the moment I saw him, man, I just fell in love, bro.
Man, did you cry?
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
A little bit.
Is it like Denzel and Glory?
You know, just the one tear that came down.
Okay.
One tear.
Just the one tear that came down.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations to you, your family, your son, man, and can't wait to see the little guy, man.
Yeah, man. I just hate they don't live in the same state with us.
Well,
we have to take those drives and go see him, but ain't no thing but a chicken wing.
I know that's right. Man.
I'm ready.
Man, that's awesome, man. And today we have a packed show. Great show, though. I'm looking forward to a lot of our conversations today. For our Two Snap segment, we'll be discussing, what are you talking about?
I'll be talking about Damascus, man. It's a AMC show that AMC didn't really do a lot with it, but Tubi picked it up. And so we're going to talk about Damascus.
Shout out to Tubi. And also for Two Snaps, I'll be talking about Peacemaker, which just premiered the other night. So looking forward to talking about that.
Yeah, man.
Kind of where the DC universe is going. Also, we'll be talking about, for our Be Kind Rewind,
The Wood.
Man, now that one I'm really excited about, man.
Great.
Wood is one of my all-time favorite films. There's just such a connection with this film and myself, man, and I'm just super excited about talking about that one, man.
I'm going to see if I can get you today with my trivia question.
You won't get me.
You don't know it, but I have a couple of them, but they're all dealing with the wood. So
okay, I'm ready for it. Whatever you got.
Gotcha.
Whatever you got. For take two, we'll be talking about forgotten cartoons, Johnny.
Yeah, man. I mean, and the reason being, I was talking to my son, and he was telling me, he was like, Dad, I'm gonna have to show him some of the older cartoons that you used to show me. He was like, because the cartoons that are out today, he was like, man, it's just so much going on in them. He was like, but I want him to grow up on some of those shows that you used to watch and the ones you used to show me. And so, man, I thought about it. I was like, let's talk about some forgotten cartoons. Okay. Some stuff that people don't remember, or, a little nostalgia moment like we love to have for.
That's another one I'm excited about.
Yeah.
Another one I'm excited about. And for our main topic, we'll be talking about Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Yes.
Spider-Man, they just wrapped up filming in Glasgow. Just brought on a new cast member, and we're talking about all of those great details, man. So looking forward to that as well.
Yeah, man.
All right, man, let's get into our headlines.
Let's go.
All right, first up for headlines, we'll be talking about Family Matters, Johnny.
Man.
They're thinking about bringing it back, man.
Yes.
Brighton James, who played Little Richie on the show.
That's right.
He's teamed up with a production company, and the full cast is on board with this potential reboot. But here's the kicker, though. It's all animated.
That's right.
Animated reboot.
That's right. An animated reboot of Family Matters.
Yeah.
I mean, man, I know last show we talked about reboots versus originals, but for a show like Family Matters, to see it in an animated version, I think that's going to be really cool.
I hope so.
I think it's going to be cool.
Now, here's the kicker, though, for me. They have all of the original cast coming back.
Yeah.
So I think that's the kicker for me because, they tried the Good Times cartoon.
Yeah.
They tried the Good Times cartoon.
They tried the Good Times cartoon, but they took that in a whole nother spin.
They did.
Which, for me, I know we're not talking about that right now, but for me, that was...
same here. I didn't watch it.
I
didn't watch
it.
It was just, it didn't have the same...
It didn't. It didn't even make me
feel... They could have called it anything else.
Except for Good Times.
Good Times was such an impactful show for a lot of us.
Yes.
That, it to me, it was just... well, it's a different topic
Yes,
for another day.
yes, that's for another day. I mean, we could really get into it.
We really could.
We really could get into that.
But right now we're talking Family Matters.
That's right, Family Matters.
But you just talked about it and mentioned it. Like, what do you think about them doing this? And again, we did talk about reboots and stuff last
now,
week.
But again, a show like Family Matters, animated, but with all original cast, I think it's going to be great because only Jaleel White can do Steve Urkel.
I agree.
So to see or hear someone else try to voice Steve Urkel would have probably turned me off of it.
Yeah.
Even if it was a good show, but I don't think you could have got around the Jaleel White character being Steve Urkel, even in the animated version. So I'm excited about it, man. I'm excited for that, and I know y'all probably hear me say that about a lot of different stuff on this show because I am super excited about film and television and what comes out. So, but for Family Matters, man, which was a great show during the time that we were growing up, and it would be something that I would want my grandson Jaleel to watch.
Man, so we're looking forward to that. Also in the headlines, while we're on the topic of reboots,
okay,
I got another one for you. So I don't know if you've heard about this or not, but Archie.
Whoa, no, I didn't hear about that.
So there's talk about there being an Archie reboot.
Wow.
And the team that's behind it, Phil Lord and Chris Miller.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Lord and Miller will be doing a Archie reboot. And in case you don't know, those are the guys who've done films such as 21 Jump Street,
That's right.
series, franchise, and they're behind the Spider-Verse film.
Yes, yes.
So, great filmmakers.
Great.
But like, here's the question for you. How do you feel that Archie would translate, a film like Archie would translate to today's audience? And I know the CW had like a Riverdale TV show out like recently. So, I mean, how do you think that'll play out?
I mean, I don't know. Now, for me, Archie was a cool show to watch. It was really cool, but
I mean, but you got to think about it. Archie was around like when our parents
were out. Yeah, you know.
So it's going from generation to generation.
It is. It has, and I mean, they've done some different things with that show in the past.
Yeah.
You've seen some different cartoons come out with Archie,
right?
But and if I'm wrong, didn't Archie start out as a comic in a newspaper, right?
I'm not sure.
Or was that Dagwood? Was that different?
I know Dagwood did for sure, but Archie may have.
I think it did. Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, just have to wait and see. But
yeah, we'll definitely have to wait and see. I pretty much trust Lord and Miller. They come up with, they do some great projects, man. So it's one of those things I'll just wait before I place judgment on it.
Gotcha.
Or, make a judgment on it. I just wait to see what they can produce for it, man.
Okay.
All right, next up, Johnny, we'll be talking a little bit of Peacemaker, man.
Okay.
It just, like I talked about earlier, it just released Thursday. And man, the reviews on this thing have been through the roof.
Yeah, man.
It's at the top of the list in terms of all DC projects. It's the highest rated DC project of all time as of right now. Even over the Dark Knight.
Wow.
Over the Penguin, over all of these different DC properties, it's number one. Like, it's sitting at 98% on Rotten Tomatoes right now.
Wow, man. Shout out to John Cena.
Yeah, man. I mean, like, it says a lot about this project, that kind of came out of nowhere. So it's like, even though the character was introduced in the Suicide Squad, they did, like, James Gunn, the director who's behind the Peacemaker, decided to do a standalone TV show.
Yeah.
And, the first season had great reviews, but no project that DC has ever released has had this type of audience, or not audience rating, but critic rating.
Man, that's cool. That says a lot.
That
says a lot about the character of Peacemaker and what they've done with the first season coming into this second season. And I mean, that means people and the critics like it.
Yeah.
That means they like it, and they anticipating everyone else to like it, to give it a 98% rating on Rotten Tomatoes I'm not even going to mention that movie. When they got a 0 rating, but we know what that was. War of the Worlds. But for Peacemaker, man, I mean, again, Peacemaker is a cool character. I really enjoy John Cena playing this character, man. So I'm ready for season 2. So I'm see what's going on.
Well, you'll hear my thoughts on the first episode of season 2 coming up in our 2 Snap segment.
Okay.
So yeah,
give me something to look forward to.
Looking forward to talking about that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So, Johnny.
Yes, sir.
I already know you're probably trying to pull some slick stuff, but what kind of question you got for me this week, man?
Well, question-wise, I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I think I got him this time, y'all.
Yeah.
He's always getting it right, and he claims this is one of his all-time favorite films.
Yep.
But I think I got you. So I'm going to set that up for you.
Okay, what you got?
So you remember after Slim and Mike went to pick up Roland from his ex-girlfriend's house?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So they left there, and they ended up going to the store.
Mm-hmm.
You know, right before they had their flashback scene of when Stacy robbed the store, right?
Right.
So while they're in the store, right before this flashback scene, Roland picks up something. What did he pick up? What did he pick up?
Okay. I'll think about it.
You laugh. You already know.
I'll think about it.
Okay, good. And I'm not going to repeat the question because last time you said me repeating the question is what actually helped you out with getting the answer.
You have to repeat the question for the audience anyway.
Okay. So, for you all, I'm going to do it like this. What did Roland pick up in the store? That's all I'm going to give you.
Yeah. So stay tuned for the answer. And if you know it, put it in the comments.
Put it in the comments.
Send us an email.
Yeah, man. Bruce, we usually at this point would do something for Forged in Steel.
All right.
Well, we talk about the great state of Alabama.
Right.
We do know that we've talked about the great ambiance of the state of Alabama. We've talked about us being at Sidewalk,
right,
things of that nature. But we are doing something a little bit different with this show that I think should be spoken of as a Forged in Steel moment.
That's right.
Don't you think so?
Yes.
Okay, so, well, we've been getting some rave reviews based on some of the people behind the lens, from the behind the lens segments. And we've been getting some reviews on it, and people are really enjoying that segment. So what we have decided to do is make Behind the Lens its own standalone show.
Yeah, and I'm excited about that, man.
Yeah.
We've been able to talk to some wonderful filmmakers and actors and actresses and
producers,
directors, man, and like people behind the scenes.
Yes.
You know, so you get a little bit of insight into like, you know, their journey into this business and get great advice.
That's right.
And so like what we like to be able to do is spend a little bit more time with them and, you know, not really shortchange those conversations because we get some great conversations.
That's right.
And so we really want to just be able to let those conversations marinate and let you guys be more engaged with those conversations.
And, you know, and then talking to some of those guests that we've had, you know, they've made the comment of, you know, being on podcasts and, you know, some podcasts are not that long. They're not lengthy and not having enough time to really discuss what they want to talk about. So we're going to give it its own standalone show. And, you know, if the conversation goes a little long or whatever, but people are saying that they want to see that, so we're going to give it to you.
So, yeah, so stay tuned for that. We'll be having more information for you about when you can catch those Behind the Lens episodes and here on the channel. And, man, just really excited about that.
Yeah, man, I'm super excited about that.
Yep. So, next up, man, we have Take Two. All right, for this week's Take Two, man, we're going to have a little fun, man. We're going to be talking about some hidden gems, man. Or maybe not necessarily hidden gems, but forgotten cartoons that, you know, like you may have heard of, but you just forgot about.
Yeah, it could be some stuff that, you know, you used to watch.
Yeah.
And then it just wasn't in the forefront of your head. And you were like, oh, man, I remember that show. Yeah. I used to enjoy that show. So we're going to talk about it.
That's right.
You know, and give us some recommendations or some stuff that we may not even talk about that Jaleel can watch. I'm excited about this little man.
I know you are, man. Yeah. I know you are.
So what you got, Bruce?
All right. So since I'm starting off.
Yeah, because I got to pull my list back.
Oh, you got to pull your list up. Okay. So he wrote a list. So I'm just going to go off the top of my head. There was once this show that used to come on. I want to say it was NBC.
Okay.
Or whatever, and it was based off a Saturday Night Live character.
Wow. Okay.
Played by Martin Short.
Oh, okay. I think I know where you're going.
I think it was called The Misadventures of Ed Grimley.
Yes.
Man, I used to love that cartoon, watching that growing up, man. It was like that character was so funny to me because he used to wear his pants all the way up to his chest. He had the one little piece of hair that stuck up, and man, he was like I guess you could say like a nerd.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But man, that show was so funny, man. Like he would get into all kinds of mischief and, all kinds of adventures, man. And so it was like really funny. And then Martin Short actually did the voice.
Yes. Yeah.
For it.
I remember that.
Back then, it was more common to get like these people that shows were based off of to do the voices.
Yeah.
Because like you mentioned earlier, like you wouldn't want to see a Family Matters without
Jaleel White
not doing the voice. So
that's right.
Back then, he was actually behind the voice of Ed Grimley. So it was cool to see that, man. But that's one of my forgotten shows, man.
Yeah, man. One of mine was about a young boy who was able to turn himself into a car. Turbo Team, man. Turbo Team, man.
Wow.
That show right there was a really good show.
It was crazy.
It was a really good show, man.
It was a good show.
It was a good show, man. You see this dude? He's standing up there, his whole hand morphs into a tire, and then this one turns into a tire, man, and his whole body just turns into a car. That was a pretty cool show, man. I really enjoyed it. You wouldn't expect that one?
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, Turbo Team, and that's why I wrote a list.
Okay.
That's why I wrote a list, man. Turbo Team, that was one of my favorites.
I'm going to give you another one, man.
Give me one.
So this one falls right in line with, cartoons such as Fat Albert and stuff like that.
Okay.
But it came out in the, like, I guess, 90s.
Okay.
Whatever. Kid and Play had a cartoon.
I remember
Kid and Play had a cartoon.
I do remember that.
So I want to send a shout out to Kid and Play for having a cartoon along with MC Hammer. Hammer had one called Hammer Man.
Yeah.
And
golly, I forgot all about that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, these are like some forgotten cartoons, man, but you can go back, you can watch them. I think there's some clips on YouTube that you can watch. But yeah, Kid and Play, that was a pretty good one. And they always had a message at the end of the episode. Yeah. And so it was cool to see Kid and Play because this followed their fame following House Party.
Yeah.
Once it was released. And so it was like, because they were huge at the time.
That's right.
So that was another one that I used to watch, man.
Man, one, since we're talking about real people doing, cartoons or whatever. Do you remember the Mr. T cartoon?
I do remember the Mr. T cartoon.
Yeah.
But what was weird about that is like you got Mr. T with a bunch of gymnasts.
Yeah. Yes.
So it was a kind of odd pairing, but hey, man.
I used to watch that cartoon while eating some Mr. T cereal. You remember the cereal too?
I remember the cereal.
Yeah, man. So that was a good one.
I think that was what they based the Mike Tyson Mysteries off of.
Man, Mike Tyson Mysteries. Now that, what was the tag on his car?
I don't
on that van that they used. I can't remember what it used to say on there.
His show was like a combination of the Mr. T show, along with like Scooby Doo and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was a crazy show.
It was wild. Yeah,
that was a good one.
Yeah,
it was funny. Shout out Mike Tyson.
Yeah. Got another one for you now. I think I'm gonna stump you on this one.
Okay.
All right. There was a cartoon called Banana Man.
Banana Man.
There was a cartoon. I think it was like an English cartoon or something. But
it
used to come on like Nickelodeon. There was a cartoon called Banana Man. I mean, this is definitely like one of those hidden, or forgotten.
Yeah.
But it was like this. I think it was like a kid, and I can't remember for sure. But I want to say he either ate a banana or it was something with a banana. He would eat it and he would turn into Banana Man.
Man,
he was a superhero, man. So it was called Banana Man.
Yeah, I've never seen Banana Man. But I may have to go look that one up.
Yeah, look up Banana Man if you ever get a chance, man.
Have any of you all ever seen Banana Man, or is this something that Bruce just made up?
I didn't make it up. Banana Man is real, man.
You sure?
I'm positive Banana Man is real.
Okay, I'm going to have to go back and check out Banana Man. Now, this was not necessarily cartoon,
okay,
but it was more claymation. You remember Gumby?
Yeah.
That was... Okay. You remember Gumby?
Gumby was pretty popular, though. That's not a forgotten cartoon.
You sure?
I'm positive. Everybody, like, okay, if you ask somebody what kind of hairstyle did Bobby Brown have, the Gumby.
Oh, come on. I mean
but people
that was a
know,
hairstyle though.
People know who Gumby is though.
Man,
It's not a forgotten cartoon.
Okay, I bet a lot of people just said, "Oh man, I forgot about Gumby."
Yeah, I mean, like Jaleel. Yeah.
Jaleel can't say that yet.
Right,
he never knew.
Exactly.
He never knew it. But the people that's watching right now,
they know
some out there that said, "Man, I forgot all about Gumby." Me. Thank you, JT.
Trust me. Our analytics and our audience says that they know Gumby.
Okay. We'll check and see. But that should be a poll question then.
Okay, let that be a poll.
Did you forget about Gumby or did you remember the show Gumby? That's going to be a poll question.
Wow.
Bruce thinking everybody remembered Gumby. Everybody doesn't remember Gumby.
Everybody
they remember it now because JT just said something about it.
Okay.
Just like you, the only one definitely remember Banana Man. Touche. You're the only one remember Banana Man.
Okay, couple more.
Okay, what you got?
Couple more. So there was some again when we talk about cartoons that were based off of real shows. Okay. There was a Happy Days and Laverne and Shirley cartoon. Yeah. There was a Happy Days and Laverne and Shirley cartoon that came out, like I want to say it was like sometime in the 80s or whatever.
Happy Days.
But yeah, there was a Happy Days and Laverne and Shirley cartoon.
Wow.
That was once out. So shout out to that, man. Look that up too if you don't know about it.
But before I give another one, speaking of Happy Days,
okay,
we have somebody that'll be on the show pretty soon that has a connection to Happy Days.
Facts.
Yeah. I'm not going to tell you who it is.
I mean, you might as well.
No. I want them to be anticipating who this is that has a connection to Happy Days.
Well, let me clarify something. They won't be on this show, but they will be on our Behind the Lens.
That's right. They will be on Behind the Lens, so be on the lookout for that. So we do have somebody that has a connection to that one. Right. So let me see what else I got on here. So you mentioned, you were talking about animals and everything like that. There was this one cartoon that I used to like, and it was about a group of kids that ended up finding a dinosaur egg.
Okay.
And once the egg hatched, this dinosaur was able to take them back into time. And there was this guy that ran, I think it was a circus or something like that, that was always trying to capture the dinosaur. And the name of the show was called Denver, the Last Dinosaur.
Okay.
Do you remember that show?
I do not remember it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I do not remember it.
Banana.
But
Denver. Okay, I'll give you a little bit of the theme song. You may remember that once I do it. So Denver, the last dinosaur, he's my friend and a whole lot more. Denver, the last dinosaur, shows me a world I never saw before. Now that's all I'm gonna give you.
Yeah, I never heard that before either.
Oh man, so you just let me do all that just to say you ain't never heard it before?
I mean, you know, I guess it's right there with Banana Man for you.
I guess so. But Denver, the Last Dinosaur, man.
All right, the last one I have. I mean, I won't say that it's forgotten because I think a lot of people probably do remember it.
Okay.
But I'm gonna say Thundar the Barbarian.
Oh man, that was a good one.
Man, I used to love that show. Like I used to look forward to watching that on Saturday mornings, man. I think it was like a little bit before its time, man.
Yeah, I think so too.
Very medieval, but it was like cosmic because they were like in, on another planet. And I mean, Thundar was like in his team, man. Yeah. Ookla the Mutt.
Come on.
Man, people don't know, man.
They don't know.
I would love to see now, I know we talk about reboots and all that stuff, but I would love to see a live action version of Thundar the Barbarian.
That would be great. I mean, man, we in the realm of reboots and stuff like that. Yeah. So yeah, that would be great.
I mean, because they're doing a live action He-Man.
Yes. So. Now that's when I am definitely waiting for Masters of the Universe. Yeah. I am definitely ready for that one. They've done He-Man movies and things like that.
It was one He-Man movie.
Yeah.
With Dolph Lundgren.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And it was a movie.
It wasn't a good movie.
It was a movie.
But it was a movie.
But featured Alabama's own Courtney Cox.
That's right. Yes. She was one of the main characters.
Yeah, it was one of her first roles.
Yeah, definitely one of her first roles.
Yeah.
But man, I remember that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but man, that's it for Take Two today, man. So, what are some of your favorite cartoons that, we may have not mentioned? Put them in the comments, send us an email or whatever the case may be, and maybe those will make the next time we talk about cartoons.
That's right.
Yeah. So what we got next, Bruce?
So next, man, we're gonna do our reviews, man. It's time for 2 snaps.
2 snaps.
2 snaps.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into it, man. So I know you were talking about
Damascus,
and you kind of briefly told them our audience a little bit about Damascus and how it was once
green-lighted with AMC. AMC actually shot this show and they put it on a shelf.
Right.
They put it on the shelf, but now it's on Tubi. It's considered a Tubi original because it's it's a show, but it's actually sci-fi.
Wow.
It's definitely sci-fi, and it's a totally black cast.
Wow.
That was one of the things that made it appealing to me, that it was sci-fi and it was a black cast. But it's about a guy named Damascus, and you see him going to a therapist.
Okay.
He's going to his therapist, trying to work out some issues that he has. And in the first episode, you see his sister, who comes to his apartment and tells him that, her and her boyfriend had got into a fight, and she wanted him to get some of his homeboys and go ride on them.
Right.
And he was like, at first, Damascus is, he's not a lame guy.
Yeah.
But he's kind of awkward,
okay.
In some of his ways. So he decides to, look up his contacts and call up a couple of people, and he calls his uncle, and he calls one of his friends who is a lawyer.
Okay.
And then this guy says, well, I know a couple goons. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get a goon and we'll ride out with you. So, but the uncle is played by Martin Lawrence. Martin Lawrence is playing his uncle. But they go to the dude's apartment, and they sit down and they talk to him, and come to find out, his hitting the sister or choking the sister or whatever is in retaliation of her beating on him, and she stabbed him a couple times.
Wow.
So the dude ends up getting killed. I'll give you that much. The boyfriend ends up getting killed, which was by mistake. But come to find out, Damascus doesn't have a sister. And that whole scenario was something that was made up in his head during his time in therapy.
Wow.
Because he's going through this, they call it dirt. I can't remember what dirt means right at the moment. But it's where they put these, it's like, they put this machine or electrodes or whatever on his head. And he lives out these different scenarios.
Okay.
He lives out these different scenarios, and it's his way of coping with his issues.
Wow.
Yeah, man. So if you get a chance, I know you said you haven't watched it.
I've not watched it.
But if you get a chance, check it out, man. It's on Tubi.
Okay.
People rag on Tubi a lot for some of the projects that are out there, but Tubi is a great
Tubi original.
This is a Tubi original.
Okay.
Again, it was first an AMC original, but AMC didn't do anything with it. I don't know why, but they dropped the ball with Damascus. I can't remember that, but there may be at the moment maybe like 6 episodes.
Right.
So if you get a chance, go on Tubi and watch Damascus. But I'll give you, if I give it 2 thumbs, my 2 snaps or whatever, after you give your review of what you watched.
Okay. And for me, man, I got an opportunity to watch Peacemaker Season 2, Episode 1, which was just released earlier this week on Thursday.
Yep.
And it basically picks up kind of where Season 1 left off.
Okay.
So at the very beginning, and here's the thing. So for those who don't know, Peacemaker is a spinoff of the Suicide films, the Suicide Squad films, directed by James Gunn, James Gunn, who just recently directed Superman, and who is now the head of DC Studios.
That's right.
So with Peacemaker Season 2, the original Peacemaker was set in the DCEU, which was previously featured Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, Justice League, all that stuff. But they're integrating this new season into what they have going on with the new DCU.
Okay.
And so at the very beginning, when they say previously in the DCU, they kind of catch you up as to and explain how they're now in this new universe.
Okay.
Which is by and sorry, there's going to be some slight spoilers, but I'm not going to spoil, everything that happened in the episode. But at the end of last season, for the very last episode, there's a cameo by the Justice League.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so season like Peacemaker in the very last episode, there's a scene where the Justice League show up after they've already kind of taken care of whatever the issue was, right?
Yeah.
And so you see there's Batman, there's Superman, Wonder Woman, like the Justice League, Aquaman and Flash.
Yeah.
Like you clearly see Aquaman and Flash who have a conversation, and so in the opening credits or of the new season, they show up, but this time it's not the Justice League, it's the Justice Gang who were featured in Superman. So you see Nathan Fillion's Guy Garner, you see Hawk Girl there, and they replace the Justice League. So I think that's their way of just kind of erasing everything that happened somewhat to a certain extent previously, and now they're just integrated into this new DCU instead of the DCEU. But yeah, they pretty much just explained it at the very beginning, because like a lot of the things that happened in Suicide Squad carry over into Peacemaker.
Okay.
And so when you see Peacemaker, like he's he's at a new stage in life where he's hoping to be accepted by the world and be seen as a hero, just like some of the others are. And so you'll see him going through like I guess you could say like an interview process where he's trying to join the Justice Gang.
Okay.
And that kind of plays out in a kind of, I guess you could say like a funny kind of way, because it didn't turn out the way that he was hoping for.
Okay.
And Justice Gang is going to be something to see in some upcoming DC projects. I'll just say that. But yeah, he's a little down about everything that's going on. And then like one of the characters from Peacemaker, Harcourt, like he's they had like somewhat of a kind of a, I guess you could say, romantic fling.
Okay.
And he was just trying to see kind of where she was, and she's kind of dealing with her own thing because the organization they were working for basically got disintegrated.
Okay.
And so she's trying to find her place in this world and try to figure out what she wants to do with her career and with her life. And so she just kind of tells him that, it was just one of those things, I was drunk, you were drunk, blah, blah, blah. And so he's kind of feeling down about that. And if I don't know if you've ever, if you watched season 1, but he had like issues with his dad, and he was responsible for some, I'm not gonna spoil it, but something that happened to his brother. And so, man, so there's this one scene where like he's feeling down about everything, and he goes home, and then he just decides to do something very uncharacteristic of a, I guess you could say, like a superhero.
Superhero. Okay.
But man, all I'm gonna say is like the show is wild, man. Like it's not Superman. I put it to you like that.
Okay.
It is not Superman, because like you see him do this, and then the next thing you know, if the late great John Witherspoon was still alive, he described that scene in a few words. And I'll leave it at that.
You'll leave it at that.
I'll leave it at that. But man, it was I was shocked. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. It was wild.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
wild.
It was wild, man. And yeah, I was shocked to see that. But I think that's kind of the difference between the DCU and Marvel, because with Marvel, everything under the Disney umbrella is, there's some kind of strict rules. I mean, they got a little lenient with Deadpool.
Yeah.
But man, yeah, there's a huge difference between the tone of this show and Superman, which are set in the same universe. But yeah, so after that, like he goes into this, I guess you could say, this room where like that his father once had, and he's able to, I guess you could say, visit different universes.
Okay.
And so that's kind of what he does, man. So he goes to this one universe where his brother and dad are still alive.
Okay.
And it kind of sets everything, like, and something happens. Like I said, I'm not trying to spoil everything. Something happens at the end of the episode, because when they see him as their brother and son.
Yeah.
So but something happens at the end that I think kind of sets up where they're going forward. But I'm looking forward to seeing where they go with it. In terms of what I feel about the episode, I'll give that in just a little bit.
In just a little bit.
Yeah. But yeah, it was definitely in line with Peacekeeper and what James Gunn has established for this particular world. So we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, bringing it on back to me with Damascus, and like I say, I think it's about 6 episodes. I've watched 3 so far, and I give it 2 snaps.
Awesome.
I truly give it 2 snaps, man. It's an amazing show to watch, especially if you're a sci-fi fan. Even if you're not a sci-fi fan, I think there's something in this show for everyone, and it'll actually, if you're not a fan of sci-fi, it will introduce you to sci-fi in a different way that you may be able to get on board with.
Okay.
So, and then for me, it was an all-black cast.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So that really did it for me as well. So I give it 2 snaps.
I want to check it out, man.
Yeah, man.
Do check it out. Please. So, with Peacemaker, man, of course, as we talked about during our headline segment, that the reviews on this have been through the roof. I mean, it's DC's highest rated project ever. It's still sitting at 98% as of right now. And the critics are loving this show, man.
Yeah,
they're loving this show. I'll say this, man. I like the first episode. It's different, man, because like I don't think Peacemaker is a show for everyone.
Okay.
It definitely isn't a show for everyone. Because kids that went to see Superman definitely don't need to be watching this.
Oh, okay.
They definitely don't need to be watching this. But it's a very, very, very R-rated show. Lots of violence and other things.
Other things.
But it's different, man. I'll just say that, and I'll say this. So if I were to compare it to anything, you watch The Boys, right?
Yeah.
And The Boys can be out there.
Yes,
it can be very out there, and I think this show was very similar to that, except it has more of a comedic tone to it.
Okay.
Which is that James Gunn style. So, I really want to see more episodes. I like it, but not love it. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
It was good. It was good. Like I said, can't wait to see where they go next. But if between 2 snaps.
So right now with only 1 episode, what you saw and what you're thinking, what you give it?
As of right now, as of right now, I give it 2.
Oh, okay.
I give it 2 just because I want to see where they go with it. Okay. So
just because you want to see where
I want to see where they go with it. I'm not saying that it's the greatest thing I've ever seen. I don't think it's the greatest DC project I've seen. But and like I said, I'm kind of indifferent about it, to be honest. So I was on the verge of being like 1 snap, 2 snaps, but I was like, I'll give it 2 snaps just because I want to see where it goes. I'm interested. So
now I was listening to you talk about it, and before we move on, I want to ask you this question. So you mentioned the Justice League, and you mentioned Justice Gang, and so I want to ask you, Justice League, Justice Gang, or Super Friends?
Oh man, come on. If we're talking about like between the 3, like that have been Super Friends, man.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, we can stay friends.
Anyway, what do you guys think? Have you seen either of these projects? Have you watched Damascus? Have you watched Peacemaker? Let us know your thoughts. Leave your thoughts in the comments.
That's right.
Or send us an email.
So now, man, Bruce, we're about to get into our main topic.
That's right. And for this week's main topic, we'll be talking Spider-Man Brand New Day, man.
Yeah, man, I'm ready for Brand New Day.
Same here, man. I'm excited to see where they're going with Spider-Man. They just wrapped up filming in Glasgow. I think it was like, if not earlier this week, it was like late last week sometime. And they've also made an announcement that Tremel Tillman was just from Severance. Has just been cast in a role, unspecified role in the new Spider-Man. So we'll see.
I had my thoughts or speculations of what that character could be, but I'm not gonna say anything yet.
There's a lot of speculation out there.
I want to see it.
There's a lot of speculation out there, but Zendaya will be returning as well as Jacob Batalon's Ned.
Yeah.
So I mean, just trying to see where they can go with this one, man, because like they're saying as of right now, this one is supposed to be more grounded than previous entries in the Spider-Man world in terms of the MCU, because the first one featured Iron Man, the second one had Sam Jackson's Nick Fury. And then, of course, No Way Home had Doctor Strange.
Yeah. So that's what I was going to ask you. Was this going to be more of about Spider-Man? Or is it going to... Because I don't think Spider-Man has to have a big supporting cast or a big name character to support Spider-Man. Spider-Man can stand on his own.
And that's how I feel about Spider-Man. I don't get me wrong, I loved all the previous Spider-Man entries in the MCU, but I always felt that the one thing was missing was just him being his own standalone character.
Yeah.
Because he basically became Iron Man's Robin.
That's right.
That's basically what he was. He became Robin to Iron Man.
Yeah.
It's like
it's like he couldn't do anything unless Iron Man was telling him what to do.
I mean, Iron Man created his suit and everything. So like all this technology came from Iron Man. And Peter Parker if you know anything about Spider-Man and Peter Parker, like he's always been this smart kid.
That's right.
And he created his suit on his own.
That's right.
He did a lot of this stuff on his own. And I think that's the one thing that we haven't been able to see. That truly friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Because he's previously dealt with cosmic issues, world issues, but like where is that Spider-Man that's like all New York, that friendly neighborhood Spider-Man?
Yeah.
I think that's the thing that we've been missing, man. So
hopefully we get it with this one.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get it.
John Barenthal's Punisher will be in this film though. Like the Punisher will be in this film.
In this one.
So like if you had a chance to watch the Punisher in either the Netflix series or in the recently Daredevil Reborn on Disney Plus, then this character is not one to be played with.
That's right.
And the tone is again, how we talked about tone between Peacemaker and Superman.
Yeah.
The tone between Punisher and Spider-Man is
totally different
as well.
Totally different. So
yeah, it's completely different. But also, Mark Ruffalo's Bruce Banner, the Hulk, will also be a part of this film.
Yeah.
So
I mean, again, here we go bringing all these other characters into the Spider-Man world. Are they going to be like in it or
no? They're in it.
They're in it.
Yeah, they're in it. Like they're cast. Come on. Yeah. So I mean, you got the Hulk and you got the Punisher, man. So
again, I'm still trying to figure out why they won't just let Spider-Man run the show.
I mean, like when you think about it like this, probably the top three superheroes is probably gonna be like Batman, Superman, and Spider-Man.
That's right.
Those are your three. Spider-Man is one of the most popular superheroes out there. Now because of the MCU, Iron Man has kind of gotten up there in terms of Marvel, but yeah, Spider-Man is like everyone knows Spider-Man.
Everyone.
And the thing is like, are we gonna be able to get to see him just be
Spider-Man?
Because like here's the thing, like I think this film comes out before Avengers Doomsday.
Yes.
So I'm not sure if I don't know what the storyline is, but I am interested to see how it sets everything up going into Avengers Doomsday.
Okay.
But now here's my major gripe though.
Mm-hmm.
And I spoke on it last week. You know how I feel about the Hulk.
Yeah.
You know how I feel about the Hulk.
Yeah.
Now, the one thing that I absolutely don't want to see, I don't want to see Hulk talking, and I want to see like the angry Hulk. I want him to get back to the mindless beast.
Yeah, you don't want him sitting there having conversation like you and I.
No, dressed in cardigans.
Yeah,
talking and telling. I don't want that.
I want Hulk smash.
I want the Hulk that was introduced in the original Avengers when they said he was the ultimate. That was Loki's plan.
Yeah,
his plan was to make the Hulk rage and go against all the Avengers. That was his plan. The Hulk was the ultimate end all be all option.
That's right.
You know, they had a plan in place. Nick Fury had a plan in place just for the Hulk.
Just for the Hulk.
You know, so what happened to that Hulk?
Yeah.
To get to this Hulk that shows up to barbecues with his cousin.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I'm over that.
He even brought potato salad with raisins.
Man, come on now.
Yeah, man. But
like, I hope they retcon that. I just hope that didn't happen. That was, yeah. If you I'm sorry, if you haven't seen She-Hulk, then at the end of it, Hulk shows up with a kid that's supposed to be his.
Yeah.
And no, that is not the Hulk.
And She-Hulk for me wasn't.
That's another topic for another day.
I think I barely watched one episode.
Yeah, that's another topic for another day. But yeah, so it'll be interesting. Like, if they can get, like, I'll say this: if Spider-Man can get the Hulk back to being Hulk, I don't care what they do.
You think Spider-Man can do it?
Somehow, I hope so. I just want to see Bruce. Like, I want to see the Hulk be the Hulk.
Yeah.
I don't, and this is not a Hulk discussion, but if they can achieve that, I'll be more than happy with Spider-Man Brand New Day. But
I still want to see Spider-Man.
Yeah, getting back on that topic, man. Like you said, it's kind of tough, man, because you don't get a chance to see Spider-Man stand on his own. Like, even with No Way Home, of course they had Doctor Strange, but they brought back Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's Amazing Spider-Man to be a part of it. So you still don't get to see him like handle things on his own.
And no Spider-Man do you get to see that for real, except for maybe like, what was it, like the first Spider-Man or whatever?
Even you talking about the MCU?
Yeah.
No, not even in that one, because Iron Man played a big part in it.
Dang, yeah, man.
He gave him his suit.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he gave him his suit, and then like he showed up throughout. Now, I mean, yes, he kind of dealt with the Vulture on his own, but yeah, it was very, very, very heavily influenced by Iron Man.
By Iron Man.
Yeah, and then the second one, like, you had Nick Fury and you had the Skrull, so it was just, you don't get a chance to see Spider-Man be Spider-Man, and I want to see him get back to being that friendly neighborhood Spider-Man that we knew from the Tobey Maguire films, even the Andrew Garfield films, where he's able to deal with things on his own and not have to rely on anyone else or anyone else's technology. So I'm just, looking forward to Brand New Day, man. And then we're still unsure about who the villain is for the film. Lots of, and you briefly touched on it earlier. We don't know who Tremel Tillman has been cast as.
Yeah, there's a lot of speculation.
There's a lot of speculation, man.
I don't want to say what I'm thinking, but
what are you thinking?
Nope. I'm not gonna say it.
I mean, like, one thing we don't know about as of yet, is there a Norman Osborn in this world? Because, in the last Spider-Man film, they bought Norman Osborn from the Tobey Maguire films.
That's right.
But Oscorp has not been introduced into the MCU as of yet. So we don't know. There's a lot of speculation as in terms of who he could be, but I don't know, man. I am looking forward to the film, man. I just want to know. I don't want it to feel overcrowded. And I'll say this. So even though these films have had a lot of other featured characters, one thing it hasn't felt like, it didn't feel like it was overcrowded. It didn't feel like it was overcrowded.
I can definitely see that. It didn't feel overcrowded. But again,
they've done a good job with that.
They did a good job with that, not making everything so jumbled together. But the main thing again is, when are you going to let Spider-Man be Spider-Man?
That's it.
That's the only thing that I care about in that part.
Yep.
I want to see Spider-Man be Spider-Man. We haven't had it in a long time. I want to see Spider-Man be Spider-Man.
Same here, man. So, that's what we think, man. We're looking forward to the film for sure.
Definitely.
And want to see how it's going to set things up going into Avengers Doomsday, which comes out later that year next year in December. So, excited about it, man.
Excited.
So Spider-Man will be swinging your way next year.
Next year.
We'll be on the lookout for that, man.
That's right.
All right, man.
All right. So before we go into Be Kind Rewind, we're going to go back to my trivia question.
All right. What you got, man?
All right. So in the movie The Wood, when they left Roland's ex-girlfriend's house, they went to the store. What did Roland pick up in the store? What did Roland pick up?
Let me see it like.
Oh man, don't.
Let me say it like.
You already got down.
Let me say it like. Let me say it like Jill Scott would say it. Grits. Man, he got some grits, man.
Okay.
Well, why would he get some grits?
Yeah, why would he pick up grits?
But that was the funniest thing. And Slim asked him that.
Yeah,
gonna do some grits. But you know, that was man.
Even before they left the store, Slim had to take it from him. Said, "Man, nobody about to cook you no breakfast." Man,
Roland picked up some grits.
2 boxes of it. Two boxes of grits.
For what? We have no idea, but
Roland
picked up some grits, man.
What did he leave his girlfriend's house with? This is just a bonus question.
Nah, man, we can't handle bonus questions.
How come we can't?
No, man. I answered the question. That was the question. I answered it.
Okay, so I'll just ask it when we get into the next segment.
Okay, ask the audience.
All right, so I'll do it when we get into the next segment.
Get into the next segment. So next up we have our Be Kind Rewind, which is
The Wood. Here we go.
Be Kind Rewind videos. I'll call it.
So we're in the wood now. So what did he leave? What did Slim, Roland, and Mike leave from Roland's ex-girlfriend's house with? What did they take?
If you guys know the answer, put it in the comments.
Please put it in the comments.
Send us an email.
Because he does.
And I know what it is. But
that's why he didn't answer.
We'll put it at the end of the show, man.
You're going to put it at the end of the show?
We're going to put it at the end. We're going to give the answer at the end of the show. Oh, you're going to
get an answer. Oh, okay.
Yes, we'll give the answer at the end of the show.
I'll get an answer because you don't know it.
Oh, my God.
All right, but man, okay, we're talking about The Wood.
Yep.
One of my favorite movies that takes you from
Same here,
the 80s to the time frame where they were all adults.
Yep.
And one of my favorite parts, or one of my favorite things about this movie was how Mike narrated it, but he talked directly to the camera.
Yes, like he broke the fourth wall.
He broke the fourth wall.
Yeah. And The Wood stars Omar Epps.
That's right.
Richard T. Jones and Taye Diggs.
And Taye Diggs, man. Yeah. You said Taye Diggs.
I said Taye Diggs, man. And it stars them in this hilarious comedy, man.
Yeah.
Sanaa Lathan is also featured in it. Melinda Williams, man. Great cast.
Great cast, man.
Also, man, the guys that played the younger versions of them, Dwayne Finley, Trent Cameron, and Sean Nelson.
Yes.
As Big Mike.
Man, they did an awesome, amazing.
They were great. They don't get enough credit.
They don't.
I know all the shine goes to Omar Epps and Taye Diggs and Richard T. Jones, but man, those younger guys, man, they did such a great.
They really did a great job in the movie, man.
Especially Slim, man.
Yes.
What page 15 on? Classic.
Lavinio, man.
Lavinio, man. But you tell our audience, man. Give them the synopsis for The Wood.
Okay, so again, this movie is about 3 guys who met in high school freshman year, became great friends. You had Big Mike, who moved in from North Carolina, and so to Inglewood, California, where he met Slim and Roland, and they hit it off. They hit it off from day one, and they had always been friends. Now, they got into some mischief in high school, but it was a true friendship.
Yeah.
It was a true friendship, man, and it lasted all throughout their adulthood lives, and the movie takes place at Roland's funeral. I mean, I guess
not his funeral.
Not his funeral.
It takes place at his wedding.
But some people may call weddings funerals.
Well, in some cases, but
in some cases.
But Roland was getting ready to get married, and so that's where the movie starts off with that. Roland is missing.
Yeah, he's missing.
It's his wedding day, and he's missing. And so it's up to Big Mike
and Slim
to go find
Roland. And bring him back to his wedding.
That's right. And where do they find him?
At his ex-girlfriend's house.
At his ex-girlfriend's house. And he
drunk.
He is tore up.
Yes, he told them they had to leave.
He did tell them they had to leave.
Man, y'all gotta leave,
He said, because So they find him at his ex-girlfriend's house. He's drunk.
Yeah.
And they're trying to sober him up.
Yeah.
They try to sober him up, and to no avail. I mean, he is messed up, and so
messed up.
So they finally
go down memory lane.
They convince him to leave.
Yeah.
And they go, like you said, they go down memory lane.
Yeah.
And basically this is a coming of age story.
Yes, definitely.
That's what The Wood is.
Definitely.
And it reminded me a lot of, like, you know, guys I came up with.
Same here, man.
You know, just even some of the things they do, the school dances and all of those different
things. I remember
man.
those dances, man.
Man, yeah. Were you like Big Mike in the school dances?
Man, nope. I could dance. I could dance. I could possibly see you being Big Mike.
Man.
No. You like, you know, you are like Dance Fever.
Yeah, I really was.
Yeah.
I was Johnny Travolta.
Yeah, come on now. Man. Come on. But man, like you say, a coming of age movie, man, something that makes you reminisce of the days growing up and the first person you kissed, all that type of stuff, man.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah, come on.
Do you remember the bet?
Do you remember the bet?
Nah, do you remember the bet?
I remember the bet. Do you remember the bet?
I remember the bet.
The bet was whoever kissed the girl first, or that's what I'm going to say.
Okay, yeah.
That's what I'm going to say. Kiss the girl first, because this is a family-friendly show.
And we created a jar for it.
That's right.
You know, and money had to go in the jar.
Money had to go in the jar, and
however long it went.
And it went for a long time.
Yeah.
Went for a long time.
What about Terry, though?
What about Terry?
I know a little better than...
But yeah, man.
Another story for another day.
Story for another day. Yeah.
But nah, man, it was such a, man, The Wood is one of my all-time favorites, man. So they finally so Roland's main thing was, like, he didn't want the brotherhood to split up. And he felt that if he moved away, and they wouldn't be able to hang like they did.
Yeah.
And that was part of the reason why he felt like he was having reservations about getting married to
Lisa. Man, because it had to be, it was about the Wood. It was
about the Wood.
It was about the Wood,
you know, keeping that together, man.
Yeah, keeping the brothers together, man.
And so man, just such a great film, man. Everything with all the characters, man. Big Mike, you know, Roland and Slim. Did you ever have a Big Mike moment?
In which way though? I mean, because I had several Big Mike moments.
Ooh.
I had several Big Mike moments, man.
You put your behind the head after you know.
Nope.
Everybody has had somewhat of a
Big Mike moment. Had a Big Mike moment.
There's plenty of people had Big Mike moments.
I don't know. I may say that for another conversation.
We'll have to say that.
Yeah, we'll have to say
that. A lot of this stuff we'll have to say for.
Yeah, man. But now a character that I did enjoy, who was not one of the brothers.
Oh man!
But I enjoyed Stacy's character.
I love Stacy's character, man.
I love Stacy's character, man.
DeAndre Bonds, man.
Yes, man. Yeah. You know, even when I see him now, like on Instagram or whatever, I always think about Stacy.
Yeah, Stacy.
You know, I always think about
and he played. So Big Mike was madly in love with Stacy's sister, who was Alicia,
who was Alicia,
his childhood crush. And so Stacy was like a, I guess you could say, like a gang banger.
Yeah, he was a blood.
He was a blood, man. But like, and something happened on the first day of school between Big Mike and Alicia.
First day of school.
And Stacy beat Big Mike down.
Beat him down, but Mike did still on him one time.
He got him one time.
Mike stole on him one time.
And
shout out.
Him doing that made Stacy.
Made Stacy.
He made him respect
him, and it actually opened Alicia's eyes to who he was.
Yeah, because he said, "I think she pretty."
I think she pretty. Country boy, he played that role. He played that role.
Very country, man. But also, his boys had his back too. Yeah. Roland and Slim tried to step in.
They tried to,
but then when Stacy told him to back off, and he said, "Nah, I got it," and they stepped off. They were all right, good.
Yeah,
cool.
Now, let's go back to Slim's character, the younger character.
Man.
So when they're in the store,
man, that's one of my favorite parts, man.
When they're in the store,
and the store's getting robbed.
Yes, by Stacy and his homeboy.
Slim said, "I got something for him." He picks up a Coke can or something. He just starts shaking it up.
Shaking the can. Because they asked him, they looked back and they was like, "Oh, where did the other one go?"
Yep.
And then he was like, "Oh man, I got something for him.
I got something for him."
All he wasn't gonna do was open it up and just spread it in his face or something. I don't know what he was gonna do.
I don't know what Slim was thinking, man.
I really don't.
I don't know, man. But
now,
man,
one of the other. Oh man, I had so many.
It's so many.
I had so many moments from that movie.
The school dance, man.
School dance.
Big Mike trying to learn how to dance, man.
Man.
You know, like when he finally got that dance, like nobody was dancing with Alicia.
Yeah.
He finally got that dance, man,
and the reason being he got that dance again because of Stacy.
Yep.
Stacy told him right before he got out the car, because Stacy the one started calling him Big Mike.
Yep.
And he told him that if the song by Luther Vandross, If This World Was Mine, comes on,
ask for a dance.
Ask for a dance, because that's her favorite song.
Yep.
And he got up and the song came on and he made his way over to
That's
it.
right.
And he got his first dance.
That's right.
And got a number too.
And he told her this is how we do it in North Carolina.
Yeah, he had to.
He had to. That's another story for another day.
Yeah.
But man, The Wood, man, one of my all-time favorite comedies, man. Yeah. If you haven't seen it, please watch it. Please. It's such a funny film.
I don't know where you've been. Like The Wood, they didn't have any problems until Roland threw up on Slim shoes.
They were Ferragamos.
They were Ferragamos, and they were worth $300.
Yeah, but how much did he pay for them?
Don't matter. They were worth $300. So yeah, man, that was a great movie.
Great movie,
man.
Man, love The Wood. Thank you guys for joining us on this episode of 515.
We got to tell them what the answer was since you didn't want to answer it.
Oh gosh, tell them what the answer is.
No, you tell them.
No, go ahead, man.
It was a coffee pot. He didn't know.
So read that question.
So my second question or third or fourth, because I had a bunch of them, I could have given him about this movie that
I would have got.
Whatever, but. So when they came and got Roland from his ex-girlfriend's house and they noticed that he was sloppy drunk, she had a pot of coffee.
Yep.
And Slim asked her to get Roland some coffee, but then they noticed he was super, super drunk. They actually left her house with the coffee pot.
Yep.
Left it, but hey, that's whatever.
Yep.
He wasn't going to.
I was going to get it.
He wasn't going to.
All I know is we be macking. And hanging.
Macking and hanging. Man.
That's The Wood, y'all,
That's
man.
The Wood.
Check it out if you haven't. And again, we would like to thank you guys for joining us on this episode, man. Had a great time. And tell them what they can do, Johnny.
Man, hey, we want your comments. We want to know your feedback, how we're doing. Some things that if you see something that we can do better, some topics you want us to talk about, please send us an email at the email right here.
Yeah.
You can also please follow us on Spotify, Facebook, Threads, and Instagram.
Yeah. And again, man, we'd like to thank you guys for joining us. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like what you're seeing. And we'll definitely be keeping you guys posted on the Behind the Lens series that is going to be coming out.
I am super
when
excited
the episodes start and all that kind of stuff. So please be on the lookout for that, man.
Yeah.
And again, thank you guys for joining us on this week's episode, man. All right, we're going to let Restless Mind Music take us out.
All right. Peace.